So, hello everybody. This is Faith Calker, Hearts of Gold Caregivers, and today is Monday the 9th of January, and I am recording our staff newsletter. We're going to try and do this each month. It saves on paper. If you don't have internet access, then you're not watching this, we'll be mailing them out anyway. But for most people, we're going to look at it on the video. So, first things first, Caregiver of the Month this month is Hope Johnson of the Dalles. Well done, Hope, thank you. And the runner-up is Kelly Warden. Thank you also, Kelly. So Hope receives her $50 Visa card, and Kelly will receive a Starbucks voucher for $10. So it's a good idea for, you could be one of the next people to get this. So let us know what your preferences are. Would you prefer a voucher for Safeway? A spa voucher? Let us know, because then we can make it really personal. Okay, so that's Caregiver of the Month. I wanted to remind you all that the diaries, these beautiful Hearts of Gold diaries for 2012, are available to all caregivers in our office. So come in and get one, or if you can't get to the office, let us know, and then Laurie can take some out when she's in the Dalles if you can't get to the office in Hood River. Okay, so that's them. Oh, just one thing. If you do use these to keep track of your assignments, please don't write in the client's full name, because if you lose this, then it's confidentiality. Somebody could trace the client to Hearts of Gold Caregivers. So what I usually do is, if I'm referring to a client in communication, I would just say Jane D, or whatever the name was. So the first name and the initial of the last name is fine. You can't trace from that information. Okay, so also you'll notice in your packet that have come out already with your payslip and or check, depending if you have direct deposit, you don't have your hours summary. Now that's because it's a lot of extra paperwork to get together to get everything sent out in time for the wages, and you can actually view this information on ERSP. So when you look at your schedule, you can actually go back and view the month for the actual hours that you did. If you still need a paper copy, for instance, if you have complicated hours, you do night shifts, you want to keep track of sleeping shifts, then let me know and I can still send you a paper copy. But otherwise, we won't be sending out those hours summaries unless you request them. Okay, recruitment. We are struggling to meet our requirements, to meet clients' needs, because we don't have enough caregivers. So please refer potential caregivers to us. We will give you a bonus of $50 if we actually recruit somebody that you've recommended. And I know some of you, I can understand that you might be wondering, if you don't personally have as many hours as you would like, you might be wondering why we're still advertising. And I just wanted to outline some of the reasons why you might find that gap. So first of all, your availability might not match what the client's needs are. Clients are very specific about the times that they need service, and if you're not available at those times, we can't say to the client, well, our caregiver's not available, then we can do it at such and such a time. Although we are flexible with your hours, we can't direct the client around your hours. So we have to take the hours that the client needs and then find who's available. So the more available you are, the more likely you're going to get hours. Also, if you have existing clients, that could be an issue for new clients coming along for the same reason, that they might need services at the time that you're actually already working with another client. Your skill set in relation to what's needed for the client is also an issue. So we have to make sure that the caregivers we place with the clients have the skills that they need. So if a client needs personal care, we need to make sure that the caregiver that we place there is experienced in that area. And again, so that would limit your availability if you don't have a full skill set. And also we look at personalities. Not everybody gets on with everybody. That's just the way life is. So we try and think when we're doing the assessment, who would work well with this client. So that's another issue. And also we do try and keep the number of different caregivers going into the home as low as possible, because it's important that client has continuity. That's difficult, especially when we don't have a lot of caregivers. So all these things can be reasons why, if you personally don't have enough hours, those are things, those are some of the reasons why. And also, one of the key things is you need to keep us up to date with your schedule, what you can do, what hours you can do. If your schedule changes, then please let Peggy know so we can work around that. Okay. Right, what else? Oh yeah, and another thing is to increasing your chances of getting placed. I say, make sure we know what your schedule is. If you have a revolving schedule, that's tricky, because it's difficult to say to a client, well, we can work with you on Tuesday this week, but if you want the same caregiver, it's going to be Wednesday next week, and then the following week she can't work, so it's going to be somebody else. That's not good for the client. So we try and work around people's schedules, but that might be another limiting factor as to not getting hours if your schedule is changeable. And also, please return your calls promptly. Even if you can't do the shift, just let us know, and then we can move on to the next person. If you consistently don't call us back, you're not going to get called. So another tip to make sure that you're high up in the rankings to get work is to make sure if you respond quickly, we need somebody quickly, you're going to be one of the first people we call. Okay, so training options. You all have access to Acquire online training. And I don't know how many of you use that. Not enough. You should all be using this because it increases your skill set. You are supposed to do 6 hours, at least 6 hours of training each year for which you're paid. But even after that, you can do all of this training online. It's free. It increases your skill set, therefore increases your chance of getting hours. So if you can't remember how to get onto Acquire, or you need the information, then let me know and I'll give you that info. We just actually added, I think it's a 23 to 30 hour module of different courses related to Alzheimer's. So if you have a client with Alzheimer's or dementia, then it's a really good idea to get on there and start looking at these courses, because it will make you do your job better, it will give you more information, and there you'll be enjoying your job better because you'll be better at it. Staff meetings. We have 2 staff meetings this month. We weren't getting a great turnout at the Hood River office, and we realised that people in the Dalles, it's difficult always for them to get to Hood River. So we're going to try and go back to having 2 separate staff meetings. So there'll be one in the Dalles and one in Hood River, and they're quarterly. So the first one is going to be Wednesday the 25th of January at 1:15 in the Mid-Columbia Senior Centre in the Dalles. Now, originally that was going to be Tuesday the 24th, but please note it's now Wednesday the 25th, 1:15, Mid-Columbia Senior Centre in the Dalles. It's right opposite Cherry Heights Retirement. And on the one in Hood River is going to be Thursday the 26th of January at 1 p.m. So that's Thursday the 26th at 1 p.m. in the Hood River office. The agenda will be the same for both meetings. We do have a gentleman from AFLAC who's going to come and give a demonstration, a talk about the AFLAC benefits that are available to staff. So it's a good idea to try and make it to at least, to one or other of those meetings. We'll talk about our plans for 2012, including the Senior Wish program. We were going to be having pulmonary rehab training, but that's been postponed until the next meeting in April, I think. So, but there's going to be a lot of information at this meeting, so it's important to come if you're not scheduled for work. Just a reminder that new members are eligible for AFLAC after 30 days of service, and we don't make any contribution towards the policies, but they are pre-tax if you take them out through us, so you do make a saving that way. And it's not, it's kind of regarded as an add-on to your major medical. But come to the meeting, hear what the benefits are. A lot of members have signed up, so you might find it's worthwhile to come and listen to that. Okay, I don't have on here new staff and birthday, so I'm sorry about that. That was a gap. So if you have a birthday in January, happy birthday. And I wanted to remind people about the out of hours number. Some people have been calling mine or Tom's cell phone, which is fine during the working day, but it's not necessary. And we do not have cell phone reception where we live. So that's why we have the out of hours phone number, and it's 541-490-1944. 541-490-1944. And that is, the phone is kept by Peggy or Laurie. They take it on an alternate basis. So if you need to call out of office hours are 8 till 5, Monday through Friday, then call that number and you will be able to speak to somebody. Okay, I think that's it for now. Thank you for listening. Oh, I just wanted to throw in our, we're going to throw in a word each month, because I want to make sure that people are actually listening to these videos, because we were finding that a lot of people weren't reading the newsletters, and that's why we've gone to this method. So hopefully it'll be more accessible. The word this month is Snoopy. That's Snoopy. So please email or call the office with the word, which we'll give each month, and then we'll know that you viewed the video. Okay, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody, and I'll speak to you next month. Thank you.